Okay, so you have your fabulous blowout. Now you need to know, how do you maintain it? That is what we're going to talk about today. Hey guys, Karen with Curl House. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, a certified trichologist, and the owner of the Curl House Hair Restoration Collection. And today we are going to talk about how do you maintain your blowout. Many of us don't get blowouts very often, so sometimes we forget, well, what do I do? How do I maintain it? A blowout for natural hair, is it different from when our hair was relaxed in terms of maintenance? Because when it was relaxed, you just wrapped it up. Do you do the same thing with natural hair? The answer is yes. So that is the first tip. If your blowout is straight like this, it is very, very key that you wrap your hair up at night. Wrapping it up at night helps to first maintain the shape of your blowout. So if you want that hair to flow like so, wrap it up at night, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in a moment. The second reason it's important for you to wrap it up is that it keeps the tangles at bay. So just like when you're natural or loose curly hair, you twist it up at night to help minimize the tangling. Same thing with straight hair. You wrap it up because when it's wrapped up, it's going to minimize tangling of the hair. So let's wrap our hair. I have two things. I have a detangling comb, and I have a bristle brush like so. Either one works, it's up to you. Wrapping the hair, remember, it's very similar to when the hair was relaxed. You are wrapping it up in a circle, and it does not have to be a perfect wrap. I'm going to start by using the comb. So even though my part is on this side, I actually wrap it in the opposite direction. So put your part on the side, comb it through, and I'm combing it literally in a circle. If you prefer to use a brush, you can do the very same thing with the brush. And I'm brushing it over and combing it through. All right, there we go. It is wrapped. Now, when you have this blowout is about a week old. When you first do a blowout, it's so lightweight, you may actually have to take bobby pins and secure with bobby pins as well. Just maybe 3 or 4 bobby pins here. My hair is, again, it's a little old, so it's wrapping a little more effortlessly, and it's not falling down because the natural oil from my scalp is making my hair a little more oilier. So anyway, it's not flowing the way it did when I first got it done, so I don't have to put bobby pins in it. But if you need to put bobby pins in it, this is the time to do it. So after it is wrapped, do 2 things. I first apply I don't even know what this is called. We used to use it back in the day when my hair was relaxed. I call it a wrap. I'm sure it's another name, but I take this wrap and I put it right at the base of the hair, like so. All right, that's the first thing, to keep it in place. Before you go to bed, after you do that, you need your trusted satin scarf. I take my satin scarf and, well, let me show it like this. You probably can't see all that, but it's a full square. I take it and turn it into a triangle like this, okay? Take the back part, put the back part at the base of my head, this peak, pull this down, and tie it up. And then I'm gonna tuck that, and hey, this is how I maintain it. This is how I wrap it. Yes, y'all know I love purple, so my scarf is purple. So, and this works. And it is a satin scarf. Most times it does stay on, but if your satin scarf comes off, remember you have that wrap cap underneath it to keep your wrap in place. And if that comes off, then you should be sleeping on a satin pillowcase as well. If you're sleeping on a satin pillowcase, your hair may fall down, but the satin pillowcase is going to keep the hair from snagging. You know what? This purple actually matches this outfit, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this scarf on and roll on with the next tip. All right, the next tip to maintain your blowout is do not put a water-based product in your hair. Yes, I said it. Y'all know with our natural hair, water or water-based products is excellent for our hair because water is the only thing that hydrates and moisturizes our hair. So when our hair is in its natural or curly state, we love water. However, when your hair is blown out straight, you have to stay away from all water-based products. That is key. Stay away from water-based products because a water-based product, a leave-in conditioner, is going to cause your hair to revert back curly. And if you're trying to stretch this blowout for a few weeks, then stay away from water-based products. So instead of a water-based product, first thing you can consider is a light serum. So this one is by Design Essentials. Silk Essentials. It's a very, very light serum. So you can put in the morning when you take your scarf off, put a little bit of serum in your hair, just a little bit when you unwrap your hair to give it a little bit of sheen. Or if you don't want to use a serum, you can use a very light oil. So this oil is by Ginseng Essential, but you can use any light oil. For example, jojoba oil is pretty light. Keep in mind, light. If you want a fluffy, flowy blowout, you don't want to kill it with oil because it's going to weigh it down. Now, because you can't put any water-based, you can't put any moisturizer to it, the oil is going to give it some lubrication. So it's still going to help your hair, even if you're putting some oil in it. And remember, less is more. All right, the next tip is actually a don't do this. Don't re-flat iron your hair every day. That is a no-no. Many times you'll go to the hair salon and you'll get a blowout and you'll come home and every day you'll start to flat iron that hair because you want that blowout perfectly in place. Don't do that. That is what will cause heat damage over time. So I just posted a video recently that talked about where I gave you step-by-step instructions on how to do a proper blowout. And I mentioned your flat iron temperature. The range for the flat iron temperature should be up to about 410 at the highest. You can actually get an amazing blowout at a temperature of 400. If you go in and start flat ironing your hair every day, even at 400, that is going to cause heat damage. So this is the biggest don't flat iron your hair every day. That is why it is super important that you wrap your hair at night. When you wrap it at night, you are helping the hair to stay straight by wrapping it at night. If you absolutely have to flat iron your hair, I get it. There's something fabulous you want to go to and you want to make sure your blowout is so fresh and so clean. You can put the flat iron on your hair, but keep the temperature low. Maybe set it at about 375 and just flat iron what needs to be flat ironed because you're not trying to get the hair straight all over again. You may just be trying to give the hair a little bit of body, so that's okay, but make sure that temperature is low. And also make sure you only do one pass, meaning if you need to flat iron it again, one pass, not 5 or 6. Now, how long you keep your hair blown out is really up to you. I never recommend that you get a blowout or you get your hair flat ironed if your hair is damaged. So if you can say, my natural hair is healthy, then hey, I encourage you, get a blowout. Because if your hair is not healthy going into a blowout with the heat that we apply to our hair, it can only make the damage even more. So only get a blowout on healthy hair. And also keep in mind when your hair is blown straight, you can't put any moisturizer in your hair. And you know that our hair needs moisturizer. So it is important that you make sure your hair is healthy going into the blowout. I typically recommend you may be able to stretch your blowout for about 2 weeks, but after that, your hair just needs some moisturizer, which means it needs some water, which means it may need to be shampooed. But again, it's really up to you. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, like the channel so that you do not miss a video in the future. And until we talk again, stay fabulous.